Which one of you fucks didn't alert just now? I'm over here trying to post my damn links and all of a sudden I hear an alert. Who the fuck? Oh, that's a raid. Hi, Tabby. How you doing? I just cursed out somebody raided me. It's late, ma'am. Yes, I know it's late. But you know what? It's fine. I have bagel bites. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? It is 10 o'clock. I have bagel bites. And I realized I should have taken off my glasses like 3 hours ago, so... I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Hope you're having a good night. Why is my leg so goddamn itchy? Had to stay up for bagel bites. I'm cold. It is cold. I just need to snow them out a little. Because it's a little awkward leaving my area and actually arriving. I got stuck in the weirdest traffic jam. I actually wondered whether or not someone got into an accident. I'm not sure. But they closed down 2 full lanes for like, I want to say almost, actually, I don't even know if it's a mile. It was at least 2 stoplights worth. But yeah. I was thinking, like, maybe I could just chill for tonight. I don't have to stream. And then I felt bad because I'm like, I really want to play Ace Attorney. And I feel even worse because apparently I forgot that All's Justice comes out actually tomorrow. But I would get home a little bit later and I'd be tired and I still have work the next day. So I told Leon, can we do One's Justice due tomorrow on the day that the game releases? And then on Friday, when I am free from work, because I could be free from work early, can we play All's Justice for however long we decide to go at it? So that's what we're doing. But I still want to play Ace Attorney, so we're here. Builds my screen. Hi. If I look tired, because I am. I'm also gonna go insane with this music. Hang on, we need to load up the game. Why? Why do you have to do the same 4 core? I just have my controller. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I just have my controller. Don't you tell me it's gone. I could just hit continue, right? I think so. This should do it. Yeah, it does it from the autosave. Oh god, he's on the background. So yeah, I was a fool. I made a mistake. I thought chapter 1 was, or episode 1, I thought episode 1 was 4-ish hours long. I was a fool. It was 6, and that's being generous because I knew what to do. So yeah, I'm not doing the entirety of episode 2 here. Mostly because if I do need sleep because I still need to drive out to work tomorrow. But we'll do a little bit. I am gonna eat my bagel bites though, so we might have a little bit more break in between dialogue. So yeah, enjoy. Also, don't mind me moving around.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson. In front
It's
of
a
us
snake.
was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
It's a noodle. Eat a noodle. Noodly noodle.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality. This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. An in-cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Holmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
I will never get over the fact that they had to rename him Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, Great Ace Attorney. It's Ace Attorney with Sherlock Holmes. I don't quote me on this. I think all of the chapters are actually named similar after Sherlock Holmes books. I almost said Sherlock Holmes. Holy mackerel. So again, I'm not used to his higher pitch voice because I played I expect it to be slightly a bit deeper. I'm also not used to him being Sherlock Holmes because the fans translation did a direct translation of it. I believe they had to the part of the reason why the localization for this game came out so late was because of the copyright. Like they were really stingy about the copyright until it's open to the public domain or something like that. That's what I heard. All I know is that we have Sherlock. And I'm going to forget, or I'm going to probably burst out laughing every time I have to say that out loud. Anyways. My head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Wait, I can't move. Ah! What the? Why am I in handcuffs? So you wake up now, Oh. So I'm gonna tell you right now, there's one thing that I'm not very good at. I cannot do accents. I cannot do accents. The most that I can do is somewhat mimic them because I'm hearing what words they're saying. I am really, really terrible with accents, so I am not even going to try. Please, for the love of Christ, do not judge. Well, I mean, I might try a little bit, but do not judge me, please. We had to drag you out the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You true cold-blooded man. You... you found me then. Ah, we found you, and now you pay. Criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, sorry. Now you have been found. It is time you admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, No, I'll tell you everything. There is only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Mrs. Sato! Wait. What did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Ha! You pretend you do not know? You are a wolf in the sheep's pelt. You are the killer! Do not try to make excuses. What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not too long ago. Here, in this very cabin. That was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please. Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please! No. That's one hell of a way to wake up. Kazuma, it was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. Really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Hey! Honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point, surely we could confide in her, could we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my travel case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what, why don't don't you write keep out or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once they're inside. I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. 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 Ah, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not a murderer. Duh. You said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but... Murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san. Please. Tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you, too. Ugh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. Ah, fantastic. Well, first, I'm gonna take a break and eat my bagel bites. And before this is a horrible joke. Actually, hang on. What happens if I hit B? Oh! Okay. Hang on. I'll explain this in a second. It is really unnerving when she's staring me down without blinking like that. Oh, never mind. She blinked. So, Ace Attorney does have a bit of like a storytelling action part. Well, as action as it's gonna get with a visual novel. We're not stuck in a courtroom for every single chapter. Although, it's very common that we're stuck in a courtroom at some point in the chapters. But we can explore, we can talk, we can move, we can present stuff. But right now, all we can do is talk to Susato, because she wants the answers. Wait, I believe this one actually focuses more on the investigation part. They usually force you into a trial in the first chapter. And then chapter 2 and onwards, you can actually gleam into the investigation portion of the game. Man, maybe I should have started a stream after I ate my bagel bites. But that means I would have to eat them in the rush and I would have burned my mouth. And then I really wouldn't have been able to stream. So yeah, we're on a boat. Kazuma is freaking dead. And you were shoved in the closet. Oh crap. Okay, hang on. I need to open this bottle of water without spilling it everywhere. Do I get it? Yeah! Okay, 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 good. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream? And these handcuffs. They think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, The culprit can only the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me! The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then? That's true, yes. Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand! Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please. Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewmen forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside, there was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too. Trust me. Now I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Bagel bite time. Sorry, this is out there. You're gonna have to wait. Oh. I'm related. Maybe related. I don't know if they're gonna announce anything. We're supposed to have a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Oh man, that means I'm gonna miss part of the Direct because I have a meeting around a little after 9. Damn it. That's fine. I'll watch it after I get some work done for like the first hour or two. Yeah, right now, Ace Attorney fans are just hoping we get a new game. I don't think we'll ever get another Great Ace Attorney game. I like Great Ace Attorney. It's still one of my favorites. It might be because, it's not modern. So a lot of things that I knew from Ace Attorney can't well, somewhat don't apply here because it's not modern. My bagel bites are cold. But at least they're not frozen! If I'm not careful, I am going to accidentally bite my tongue with the full force of my worn down teeth. which will still hurt like a bitch, and I would not be surprised if I managed to, like, hurt it. This has a Q still, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Why are you even on board this ship now, Dakota-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now. And I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No. That would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that. But I didn't think you were serious. You have talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. Something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san? I'm sorry to be kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expected he was trying to protect me, to avoid me being guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into the wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable. Really, I do. But it's the truth. The boyfriend murder case! No, not the boyfriend! If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, Please forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me! I didn't do it! I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could have possibly done it. Ugh. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? Ugh! I can't take this! Don't try to go anywhere! You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here. And I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around my hands tied while whoever did this walks free? No! I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, and how and why they did it. So, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to excuse me. What the? That was a Susato takedown. Susato, what? What martial art form is that? I'm really bothered that it's tilted instead of just straight up and down. I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already? What you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in the court of law. Ah, I see. He's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves that I'm not guilty of this awful crime. We are showing her the badge!
Yes!
Alright then. Ow! You can't trick me with something irrelevant like that. Damn it! Please talk. Please say something about my shiny little badge. Oh. Better try to come up with something more convincing. Otherwise, I get the feeling she'll throw me on the floor all over again. The way you're looking at me, I think perhaps I didn't throw you hard enough. No, it was definitely hard enough. Let me show you something else. Okay, here.
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes it was. I remember clearly. Thought so. Kazuma always puts it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Yes, of course! The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating at least. Thank you! So you finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that I use some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. Does she think I am a magician? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Can I present the badge to her now? Oh, shoot. Is that to someone about this? No, damn it! Oh, come on! So, usually in every Ace Attorney game, you can just show off your badge and get some really interesting conversation. But apparently this is not one of those times. I'm sad. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and eat my bagel bites. They have gotten very cold. Hello? Oh, I can't hit B. Ah! Hi! How you doing, sir? Lovely weather we're having here. Oh. I'm sorry. I might be talking with my mouth full as I explain this. Oh yeah. We can... When we go to crime scenes or places of interest, we can explore around and investigate stuff. Again, these games were on the DS and the 3DS. So we did this on the second screen. While the, actually, what was on the top screen? Hold on. Let me bring up the game real quick. Ace Attorney. It's been so long that I actually don't remember what it looks like on two screens. Not Investigations, no, that's a completely different fucking game. Fine, we'll do Justice for All. I just need a screenshot. Can you give me a single screenshot? Of course you won't, because you hate me. Oh, I remember now. So on the old like DS 3DS games, you had like the investigate, like the actual background on the top screen. The bottom screen is what you would use for like evidence and stuff. I think it moves down if you're in the middle of investigating, so you can use the stylus to move around. We can't do that here. So right now, I have to use the D-pad to move left or right, and then I use my little cursor here to move this around. And it's just the same applications as when we're examining evidence. If there's any points of interest, the little reticle will change up. Eh. Let me eat one more bagel bite. That was one big sword, by the way. And I'm still surprised that he was able to bring that on board. Hi, Robs. How you doing? Fucking course you do that. Don't mind me. I'm eating my food. I probably should have done it before stream, but whatever. My Sailor Man is super lanky. What the fuck? So I want you guys to be aware that I can see Twitch chat moving above me. But the little window screen that I stare at for chat is actually not refreshing. Well, that's a damn shame. Got ice cream? Ice cream! Gonna play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 while I watch. How do you like the game so far? Or actually, why am I asking this? You said you already watched like the playthrough of it. How are you liking the game anyways? I haven't left the dock yet. Ma'am, you're moving like a slug. Okay, maybe I should eat more on stream. Often. Because it is kind of cute. My eyes get squinty when I eat because of the camera. And you just look at the little mouse on my head. And he's having the time of his life. He's just numbing. By the way, the Zora customizable model did get an update. I did not move my stuff to the new update because it's in the beta. The creators actually asked us to like mess around with it, test it. They asked us not to stream with it, but I think some people are streaming with it. And it's not because they don't want to showcase it off. It's because the beta is still kind of buggy. And they don't want people to be like super sad and on stream and stuff if they find out these bugs. I am convinced of a few things. I am pretty sure they hate me. Because I am one of the few people that use this model with the flat chest option with a shirt. At first, like at the start it was fine. I think there was like one minor bug with the shirt, but it really didn't bother me. I think it was in the armpit area specifically. And I was like, okay, I can't wear like 80% of the clothes here, or rather I don't want to wear 80% of the clothes because it's very much revealing or form-fitting, or requires a bust. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. And so everything was all fine and dandy. Then they gave us the update. And that first update, they broke my shirt and they broke my neck. Or rather, they broke the halter neck for my shirt. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's not like I'm gonna show like half of my body anyways. Oh, and both the updates I didn't have the heterochromia. They did add heterochromia in this beta, but right now it is breaking some things. So, I'll have to wait for that later. But yeah, those things were broken. Oh, I also found a lot of bugs that were specific only to the flat chest. And then we get the beta for 1.02. They fixed my shirt. They fixed my neck. They broke my inner shirt. So, I don't know. I don't think it's noticeable here, right? So, you know this black shirt underneath. When I turn, it's not, like, it's still inside of my, my blue shirt. Like, it doesn't clip out or anything. Yeah, no, that shit clips out now. It's not specific to flat chest. I just find it really funny because, again, I'm one of the few people who use a flat chest option because I didn't like the other two options. Who also just wears a shirt instead of, like, you know, a proper top. And so at this point, I'm just convinced that the creators hate me. They secretly hate me, or I'm about to drive them so insane that they're probably gonna hate me. I don't know which one's gonna happen first, but it will be funny when it happens. Although the artist keeps on saying that she wants to make sure I find an outfit that I'll really like. I just find it really funny. Speaking of which, I wonder how the girls are doing. Even though it is kind of buggy, I'm actually surprised at the lack of bugs that it has. Oh wait, maybe not. Wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, technically, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, probably like 18 to 20 bucks, which is actually a lot less than I expected. Oh crap. Okay. Completely out of context of everything that I just talked about. You ever just eat something, like you just throw it in your mouth and eat it? But it went to like a specific part of your mouth that feels super uncomfortable. But you don't want to spit out the food or anything, so you have no choice but to eat it in that uncomfortable position. And it just feels weird. That's exactly what happened to me right now. I quite literally tossed the bagel bite into my mouth. And it went so far into my mouth. It was literally right up against the, what do you call it? I think it was trying to settle itself between my gum and my cheek. Half of it was. And I'm just like, well, I could spit it out, or I could just chew it. Now it's a very uncomfortable chew. If you stream 100 line, I gotta watch you. I don't think I'm gonna stream 100 line until I look through a month and being like, I could probably just sit here and stream it for however long. Again, I'm not sure. Because, well, yes, Kodaka did make it. I don't know how attached I'll be to it. Because from what I remember with the beta, I'm like 50-50 on if I enjoyed the gameplay. It feels clunky to me compared to what I'm used to, but that's just me. And again, as of right now, from what little I've experienced, there hasn't been like a single character that I've like super attached myself to. Even with the crazy blue hair chick lady. I wouldn't call that an attachment. I would just call having fun. Because voicing her is actually really fun. But yeah, nothing in what the first 2 days of the demo really fixated my attention. It also doesn't help that literally the time that right after I did that is when everything decided wanted to go down the drain for me. Both with real life and stuff. Because that happened around April. Yeah, that was literally around the time that I got the news about my dog. And then the me building the computer, having so many issues with it, causing myself health issues, my birthday, and then Tribe 9 sends a service. Like, literally, I'm just over here being like, I'm never fucking playing this game. So all I remember is literally the first 2 days and nothing more. And I promise you, I don't even remember that. Also, it really doesn't help that everyone literally has the same skin palette. Okay. I have 4 bagel bites left, but let me investigate this area. I'm gonna pump one of the characters. I think I already told me who it was. Okay. Let's look at the outline. Did Cosmo write that before he died? I didn't! I forgot this game does this. I wanted to look at the white tape, but apparently Ryunosuke is like, no, let's look at the writing that you were nowhere nearby. I hate to hear. It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a forged script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Hi, Shibu. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Chisato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Ah yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? Oh, she's literally teaching us how to investigate, but I was just showing it off earlier! God damn it, Susato. Hello, Eva, god damn it. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. Time to dehydrate, have fun. Oh yeah, because you're going to— you literally came here to hydrate me and fuck off to bed. I fucking hate you, sir. Good night, sir. Seeing your noodle clip maybe play Ghost Trick. Ghost Trick's fun, okay? And being a noodle in that game is fun. I need a Ghost Trick 2. If they don't announce Ghost Trick 2, I'm gonna riot. Here we go. If you haven't played it already, play Ghost Trick. It is a lot of fun. I'm trying to clean up my Discord. I'm on chapter 3 or 4. I don't remember what each of the chapters do, if I'm gonna be honest. I did have a recording of myself playing that game though. I just need to upload it on YouTube. Oh damn it. I just shoved this in my mouth. Hang on. Just as a heads up for the YouTube folks. I have no idea if we'll be even playing Ace Attorney on Saturday. Because My Hero All's Justice comes out tomorrow. And Leon and I actually enjoy playing it. He's very good at fighting games. Like, he plays them so much for Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. I think he's like one of the top 5, top 10 in Europe or UK. And he really wants me to play them, but I'm like god awful with them. Literally, My Hero One's Justice 2 was one of the only fighting games I could even stand a chance against him. Because it's not one of the fighting games that he's very familiar with. And we both started off blind as a bat. He just has more overall fighting experience. And once I get the hang of it, I'm pretty decent at it. Do I spam my buttons half the time? Yes. But all in all, he just wants to have fun. I'm also a lot more receptive with doing stuff like fighting games and co-op stuff. If they just don't have a care in the world. I'm not saying that they can't complain and stuff. It's just once that starts piling up emotionally, it does really get to you, even if you're not the one doing it. Unfortunately, Leon is not one of those guys. Or at least if he is, he does it in a way that doesn't really bother me. Granted, I've known the man for like, what? Maybe 15 years? I've known him for a really long time. We fucking used to date. I miss the eccentric dancing detective. Listen, he's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Hang on, I got one more bagel bite and then we're free. Like 30% of the stream is gonna be me just munching and talking. I'm sorry. Bagel bites. Loki, I wonder what the sailor guy is thinking while I'm sitting here munching on my bagel bites. I don't know if I made a mention about this when I played this, what, Saturday? But I really, really like Great Ace Attorney's music. I think specifically the, oh god, what do you call it? They have names. Like, the Ace Attorney, like, journal music has names to them, and I can never remember which is what. Yeah, when they come back up, I'll point them out again. But I really do like... I like a lot of the music from Ace Attorney. More so than... Or, not Ace Attorney, Great Ace Attorney. More so than the original Ace Attorney games. Okay. Okay. I am free. I am free from the clutches of the bagel bite. We can now investigate. What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him. Would he? The mark beside it? What is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Oh, I just realized I might not remember as much as I do. This is gonna be awkward. I've never played Ace Attorney. I can't really give you crap about that. And technically, because my first Ace Attorney game was Apollo's Justice. I don't actually remember. I think I watched playthroughs of the first 3. And then I decided, hey, Apollo's Justice. It reminds me of Ace Attorney. Oh wait, it's an Ace Attorney game. I want to play it. It's one of my favorite Ace Attorney games, actually. no matter how much people crap on it. I played that, and then I played the sequels, the Spirit of Justice and Duel's Destiny. And then I played Miles Edgeworth Investigations, and then from there it just kind of went downhill in terms of I just played them all. I've not played the first 3 personally now, so like, if I am gonna have a memory gap, it is going to be with those. But yeah, it is fun. If you're able to play them blind, it's even better. But I enjoy them. Again, I don't mind replaying games, because most of the time I usually forget like 80% of what happened. It's always like a good refresher. It's a good time. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories of me. For me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes. I see it says this way up. In Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. It was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than it sought to take down. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. Didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means... what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? See what it says. It could be a valuable clue. That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama may have departed from this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright. I won't read it. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? And why upside down? Because she literally threw us. Like, she judo threw us. Probably like over her shoulder and stuff. So they wanted to showcase that. Listen, they have the limitations being visual novel. They cannot show the pretty animations or simple stuff like that. So they have to be really, really creative. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look. They've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of sea? Oh, he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked, and everything mowed down at once. I wonder if... perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt that. Then perhaps... it was you, Naruto-san? In a fit of rage? I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. But the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder. Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. So... I know a lot of people have problems with the game, but I also know a lot of people have problems with Zato specifically. This being one of the cases, when you're in a crime scene, you should not be messing with things. Unless the police and stuff give you the go ahead after they've taken all their pictures and stuff. You do not want to tamper with the crime scene in any way, shape, or form. This is considered tampering with the crime scene. Back in the olden days, I actually don't know how much that was upheld in the olden days, if it was even. Granted, we also don't have a proper person to do an autopsy, because autopsies didn't exist back then. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria. Also, I don't know if you guys realize this by now, Ace Attorney really loves their puns. You probably don't realize it because, their names are in Japanese. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, he's literally, a descendant of Phoenix Wright. They have the same last name. I believe they didn't translate it because they wanted to, it hinges very much on the Japanese and, British, interactions and timelines, and so they want to try to keep that accurate, so they didn't translate the names. Just like with Prosecutor Algie. I don't know if that's just Japanese way of saying ouchie. But I do know that his localized English name is Pain. He is literally descendant of the original Pain. I'm not sure about Susato in the Mikotoba line. I didn't look that up. Because around the time that I really wanted to look it up, I realized I was getting spoilers. And so I stopped looking it up. Same with Kazuma. I don't know about Kazuma. If he's descendant of anything. The judge is a descendant of them. Actually, that might be the only set of descendants that I'm aware of. I don't know. But yeah, people are gonna have very punny names. You can blame the localization team for that, but you can also blame the original creators for that. Anyways. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide. Oh, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. Speaking of dangerous weapon, sword. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on his trip. I suppose that just shows how important it was to him. Now he's gone. I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. That's my dinner from last night. A roast chicken. It was very tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate it at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no! Does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Ugh. Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Seigi. Japanese word for justice. Brush strokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can! I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on the ship? Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Oh wait, damn it! Yeah, if you can accidentally click and you know, investigate something that has nothing to do with anything. It's some 2 weeks ago since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. Last night was no exception. Because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. No, sadly not. Ooh, bell. This is... yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about in the book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. No, I'm sure it's just that everyone's busy, that's all. Okay, so we investigate that, So it should just be you in the door, right? Perhaps it's she what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it's not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about this crime? Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. He might have useful information though. Have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Nyet. Is it nyet? Nyet. I apologize if I ever have to say other language words and I don't know how to pronounce them. I literally need to hear them first. Of course not. Now back to the corner of the room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. When I went for help, the crewman forced the door open. This bolt has been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. Still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. She glares at me like that, I feel tense up all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. The door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. She glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Oh wait, am I still missing something? So, usually if you've investigated enough, the game just kind of continues on, but apparently I missed something. I'm gonna go get the snack. I also need to walk around so I don't fall asleep, because I am exhausted. Yeah, 5-minute break. I'll be right back. Also, it's really fucking cold. I want the heat back on. I'm back. I brought back gummy worms. And, I caved and I bought the, what do you call it? The sweetheart candies. I always get them once in a while, every year. 'Cause for some reason, I really like the chalk candy-ish. I like Smarties. I like Smarties and I like this. I like nibbling on them. They're not great for my teeth, though. But that's beside the point. I like the nibble, nibble, nibble. The nibble, nibble, nibble. Alright. No, but seriously, what did I miss? Is it up here? I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator. If that's what it is. Looks like it must connect to the next door room. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that. I suppose. Maybe that's it. Huh? He just spawned into existence! Fuck. I didn't know he shows up right now. Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. Oh my god, wait, am I awake enough to do this? Hold on. Hold on, I'm not kidding. I might need a little sugar in my system. Because this is gonna be a doozy. There are a few reasons why Great Ace Attorney is a game that I love ever so dearly. This is one of those reasons. But not for the reason that most people would think of. You chose a stream late. I did. Do I regret it? Possibly. Man, I haven't had gummy worms in a really long time. Every time I see any gummy candies, or these gummy candies that I want to eat, they're sour candies. And I'm like, every once in a while I like sour, but all I really want is just a gummy worm. I don't want a sour gummy worm. I don't want sour rope. I just want a nibble. Gonna eat gummies, try the Albanese brand. So here's the ironic thing. I actually do not like gummy. I know my brother really likes gummy bears. I do not care for them. Like, I don't usually like a lot of the gummy candy. The only exception are gummy worms. And I don't know why. Everything else, there's just something I don't like about them. I think it's because it's too gelatinous. And gelatin does have a taste for me. I just realized how big of a bag this gummy worms bag is. Okay. I ate a few worms. This is gonna suck. But it's fine. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh! How did he... You've noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious. And tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruto-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk? Or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. Am I just imagining her to Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case. Say on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with. Yeah. I understand. Alright then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights to see what he has to say for himself. Oh, please do. Oh, this is gonna be a terrible time. Excuse me. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh. This is a critical point in my investigation. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Greetings! I hope I haven't kept you long. It's actually one of my favorite songs too. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? Feels like he's looking right through me. Oh yes. Everything is clear now. Train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was Ruiba's elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course. A great many things. There's no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when the bereaved occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? I don't even see one person who fits the bill. So, it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama. What? And you're plotting a revolution, too. It's shameful behavior, Naruto-san. Absolutely wicked. No. Listen, there's no way There I go again. Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. But yeah, that's one of my favorite musics in this game. It's so good. How could you do it? For pity's sakes, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ha! There you have it, CC. What do you make of that? Well, to be honest, the ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. I don't think you've introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the great detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. What is that fucking word? Hang on. The inimitable? He's Sherlock Holmes. This idiot right here is named Sherlock Holmes. So, it's really you? The actual Sherlock Holmes? The very same. The inimitable actual Sherlock Holmes. I fucking hate English. Do you know this man Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruto-san! Of course I do! There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on then? We must ask him what he deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Hi. Would you like to see this? Would you like to see this pretty star? Mr. Jones, what do you make of this? Shh. Quiet. When I'm ruminating in the course of my deductions, nothing must disturb my mind. Oh, so sorry. Ah, an Indian curry perhaps. What's he ruminating about? The lunch menu? Okay, here. No, I need to talk to him. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Hairlock, was it? No, I have no hair. I mean, I have hair. Please call me Holmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rant's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never missed an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So, you're the protagonist of a series of short stories then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you really are a detective. Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backwards. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them into a magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really, I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form. science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions to a subject. Holy shit, I might be falling asleep. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can you look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a term both for observation and for deduction, and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Why is Sholmes kinda... Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Herlock Sholmes was on board. And the handcuff seems to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah! The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really? Two facts, you say? Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please! What two facts were apparent to you when you came into the cabin this morning? Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. Elucidate. I mixed those two up. The two facts that I've deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1. The cabin was locked from within, rendering the escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2. The victim was Russian, and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes, what made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. I'm not even gonna try to figure out what that says. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue fill in their head. For this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? Initially, I considered Garderobe maybe the name of the killer. A certain Robert Guard, perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. You found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping so soundly. Quite so! I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer! Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people. Our school uniforms are a traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea! And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and a message, that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Oof. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Are you alright, Mr. Naruto? Oh, yes. Thank you. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that. Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? Huh? Certainly, if it interests you. How many times? I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian. Can we talk about your deduction before? The thing you concluded about me, I mean. Ah, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part? Ah, yes, the more sordid details. Those are very commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary Willem Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Kazuma a Russian? It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who would help him escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, Willem Bolshevik. No. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. Ah, please. And, might I add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower? Ah yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all these particulars in the article. Indeed, the man has perpetrated this far, and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder? And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated in the article. Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in the war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Here, take the paper for yourself, as a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within these pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. I am now rubbish. I am the trash can. And you may find the article on the back page of images as well. Back? Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you? Kazuma? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe, for a moment, the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Cosmo was keeping notes of the trip. Ah, but I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic! And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. Susato-san? Aren't you gonna throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely, this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author was cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese? A smattering, dear boy, a smattering! Sayonara, banzai, mikado, nado nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. But this diary is littered with complicated-looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. So what was all that showing off about before then? If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. I'm much obliged, my dear madam. The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looked like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say. The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining room. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Oh. So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being at least. Ah, do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And if I'm still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to? Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence, the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, these. After all, you are the prime suspect in this matter. No? There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. You must be joking! You just said it! Only a moment ago! Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have had no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know? Not really. So what? Were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Now he's just being plain rude. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? You must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can... Alright! After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just gonna roll over and accept your fate? As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. The situation doesn't look too good for me. There are still things I can do to help myself. I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this, and bring the real culprit to justice. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Yes? What can I do for you? I recognize that face, but it can't be. It is! I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew on board the ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help, please ask. I never expect to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Which I will have to leave for another day because I am literally trying to fall asleep. I did not showcase Sholmes as energetic as I wanted to, but you know what? It works. It works and we deal with it. I love Sholmes. I hate Sholmes. I love Sholmes. But oh my god, I want to strangle him. The worst part is I think we have I think about an hour before like one of my favorite parts of this entire game. Maybe, I don't know. It's been a while since I played this. I believe we have to talk to Hosonaga and then I think investigate a little bit of outside. And then we do the thing that I want to do. So I'm like estimating like an hour and a half or something like that. But yeah. We got through a little bit of chapter 2. Kazuma is heckin' dead. Ace Attorney keeps on trying to kill my friends, and I do not approve of it. Alright, so yeah, that'll be it for today. That'll be it for this stream. I will be streaming tomorrow and Friday, unless anything changes. And we'll just be playing One's Justice 2 and All's Justice. Whether or not we play more All's Justice on Saturday, we'll find out. We will find out. I do know we're gonna have to do Criterion on Saturday morning, unless Matt's dead again, or if I die again. Ironically enough, I did, like, die last week, and I woke up, like, 30 seconds before Shivu called me. Which, by the way, I found out everyone in the raid group has my phone number. I thought, like, most of them had it, and then the only one who didn't have it was, Nate, but apparently Nate has it at some point, and I don't know why. But, yeah, he called me. I forgot to add his name on my phone, so I looked at the number, it's like, I squinted, I'm like, I wonder if this is Shivu. And then it called immediately again, so I picked it up, I'm like, this is you, isn't it? And he's like, yeah, wake the fuck up. But yeah. Alright. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Hopefully I can do some more Ace Attorney in the weekend. And if I don't, then we'll do it next week. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow and Friday for My Hero shenanigans. Yeah. Have a good night. Take care. Bye.